and welcome back to my channel. I am back with a tutorial today, and if you follow me on Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram, you will know that I was in Newport Beach last week and I was out there with Urban Decay and I was doing some filming for their YouTube channel and their social media, which was really exciting. But while I was out there, I actually got my hands on the new Naked Ultimate Basics palette, which looks like this. It's so beautiful. I'm going to show you the colours that are inside. They look like this. You've got a mixture of cool and warm tones, and I've got to say this colour right here, which is called Extra Bitter, is my favourite colour. It's like a very unusual brownish orangey red, and it's stunning on the eyelids. I just wanted to do a video on it to show you guys how I have been wearing a lot of the colours in the palette. I kid you not, you guys, I have been wearing this palette every single day since I got my hands on it, and even on the days that I generally wouldn't wear eyeshadow. Like, that's how much I'm in love with it, because if you guys know me on a day-to-day basis, or even just like if I'm out and about in meetings and stuff, I don't wear eyeshadow, whereas this bad boy just makes me want to wear eyeshadow all over my eyelids, and today I'm going to be doing a video on just that. Now, I didn't want to do a video where I just did one look, so what I'm actually going to be showing you guys are 3 different looks that I personally have been wearing with this palette over the past 2 weeks. So my base and everything is all completed. If you would like to know a full list of everything that I've got on my base, then it will be listed in the info box below. And also, to save a little bit of time, I do have some falsies and mascara on as well, just because I wanted the focus of this video to be on the eyeshadows and exactly how I use them. So if you would like to see my 3 favourite looks using the Naked Ultimate Basics palette, then please keep watching. First things first, I'm going to just do a quick rundown on the palette itself. So this is what it looks like. It is beautiful, it is rose gold, it's shiny, it's glorious. Pretty darn amazing. The thickness of it, I would say, is pretty similar to the thickness of the normal Naked palettes. When you open it, you have got this huge mirror, which I love doing my makeup in, I'm not gonna lie, and then you have 12 matte shades in the palette, along with a little makeup brush as well. And here is a little close-up of the shades. The first row here that you're going to see on my arm swatched is the first row in the palette. Some really beautiful matte shades. And again, this is the second row. So now that you've seen the palette, we're going to move on to look number 1. So here I'm taking the shade Blow. Now this is kind of like a semi-matte satiny kind of finish. It's actually really beautiful as an eyebrow highlight. So you'll see me using this color as an eyebrow highlight in pretty much every single look that I do in this video. Then grabbing the shades Tempted and Faith, I am putting them both into the crease. Now I'm really working these in there because I don't want them to look too harsh. I want them to look super blended out. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of slowly layering the colors on into the crease, and then slightly, really slightly on the outer kind of third. You can see me kind of patting my makeup brush into the outer kind of like third area. Once I've got that looking how I want it to be looking, I'm taking the shade Magnet. Now this is such a beautiful, almost browny gray shade. It is probably one of my favorites in the palette, but I'm adding that to the outer third as well, just to deepen that area ever so slightly. So you could totally leave the look right here, but I'm going to go and amp it up a little bit more. So I'm taking the shade Blackjack on an angled kind of brush, and I'm really pushing that into my lash line. And once I have pushed it in, I'm going to blend that all away. So this is going to make our kind of eyelashes look a lot thicker, and it's just going to kind of amp the look up, and it does look very nice and glamorous and really kind of diffused out as well. And again, you could leave this look here as it is, but I'm taking the shade Nudie and I'm applying that to the rest of the eyelid where I didn't apply any eyeshadow. And this is just to kind of tie the whole look in together. So the final step is to kind of blow out the lower lash line. So I'm taking that same shade Magnet and I'm really slowly kind of diffusing that out onto the lower lash line. Again, using a really light hand and kind of building the color up as to what I like it to be looking like. And that, you guys, is the first look. So it's very kind of like daytime glam appropriate. You can wear it for anything really in the daytime. You could actually wear it in the evenings as well. Totally up to you. But it's such a nice neutral look. I absolutely love it. Now we're going to move on to the second look. So surprise, surprise, we're going to take the shade Blow and I'm going to apply that to my brow bone. I actually think this would look really, really nice as a highlight like for your cheeks because it's kind of like really like matte, but it's still got that highlighting element to it. Now taking shades Tempted and Lockout, I am slowly kind of working them into my crease, and not only just in the crease, but I'm slightly kind of like smoking it towards like the outer part of my eye. So really kind of like making it look lifted as well. Once I've got both of the eyes looking the same as possible, I'm taking another favorite shade of mine in this palette, which is called Extra Bitter, and I am packing that bad boy all onto my eyelid. So I actually find that the eyeshadow kind of payoff for this isn't like super intense, but it also means that it's easier to work with because you can really build the colours up. Now taking Extra Bitter, mixed in a bit of that Lockout shade, I am kind of like just putting that into the crease to make sure everything is nice and blended. And I'm doing that until I'm happy with the way that the eye is looking, and again look like kind of like diffusing it out on the outer corners. So it's really nice and kind of blend it out into the edges. Now I'm just doing the exact same thing to the other eye as well. I have no idea why I filmed one eye and then the other eye. Usually I do my eyes in steps, but don't mind me, I'm just doing exactly the same thing onto the other eye. And again, once I'm happy with the way that both of the eyes are looking, I'm going to go in and smoke out the lower lash line. So here I'm taking the shades Magnet and Blackjack because I wanted this look to be a little bit extra intense, and I'm using that to smoke out the lash line and kind of join it up to the kind of eyeshadow on the top of my eye to make sure it's really nice and diffused together. So I've actually worn this look just like this, but for this video I'm actually adding the Maybelline Master Ink matte eyeliner, and I'm basically just creating a super fierce winged eyeliner look. I will leave a link to my eyeliner tutorial in the info box below, but by all means you can totally wear this with no eyeliner as well, because I have done that plenty of times. And I totally realized I forgot to put any mascara on to my bottom lashes. It kind of got taken away when I was redoing my makeup around my eyes when I was filming in between the two looks, so sorry about that, but yeah, generally I would have some mascara on them as well. And this, you guys, is the final look. Very intense, but again, such a beautiful warm brown bricky toned look. For look number 3, I'm again starting off with the shade Blow, and I'm putting that on to my eyebrow bones, you guys know what I mean, the brow bone. So I'm applying that onto there until I'm happy with both of the eyes looking as similar as possible. And then I'm taking the shade Tempted, and now what I did first was I applied this to my crease just as I normally would as a transition shade, and once I was happy with the way that was looking, I actually pulled the color up into the inner corners of my eye, kind of almost where my eyebrow is starting, just to really deepen my eyelids, if that makes sense. And then taking the shade Magnet, I am packing this all over my eyelid as well. A very similar technique to what look number 2 was like, but this is a very kind of cooler toned eyeshadow look. Again, you can see me kind of layering on the colors until I'm happy with the payout of it, and doing the exact same thing to the other eye as well. This swatched actually doesn't look very great. It does have some warm brown tones underneath it, so it is a very wearable grey shade. Now taking the shades Tempted and Magnet together, I'm putting that into the crease. Again, just to make sure that everything is nice and blended in together, and that there's no harsh lines right in the crease, because we want everything to look really nice and diffused and very kind of like blended in together. So once we've got that all sorted, I'm taking the shades Magnet and Blackjack, and I am going to town and really smoking that out onto the lower lash line. Here you can see I've put some mascara on my lower lashes because I totally remembered that I forgot in the other look. So once I've done that, to help kind of blend that colour out a little bit more, I'm taking the shade Tempted again. And I'm just taking that and adding that to the outer part of where we diffused the lower lash line. And now taking Perversion eyeliner, I am tightlining my lower and upper waterlines to really complete this kind of more intense look. Now I've actually worn this eye exactly like this, so you can definitely like just stop right here, but I am making this a little bit more special. So I'm taking my Moon Dust palette and I'm taking the shade Granite, and I'm just packing that on top. Granite is a really beautiful kind of gunmetal shade. Again, I've worn this by itself, but I have also worn it with the shade Lithium added on top. So this is just more of a goldy effect, and this looks so stunning in pictures. It is so beautiful. I actually wore a toned down version of this eye on my birthday. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw a picture of it. And that, you guys, is the final third look. I really hope you guys liked this video. I really liked filming 3 looks in one using the same palette. Let me know if you want me to do like a series of these videos, because I would love to. But until next time, you guys, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!